So let's start. We'll start with a small prayer. Gently close your eyes. Collapse your shoulders, relax your back. Inhale and feel the flow of inner divine in the form of air. Exhale and feel that you're offering the air as flowers, oblations to the divine. So, as a form of worship, observe this breath. Now continue 3 deep inhalations with 3 omkaras. Inhale. ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणी. Simple bombing. We're going to deal with the next 2 shlokas together. 3.11 and 3.12. So we'll first recite the shloka. Devan bhavayatanena Devan bhavayatanena Te deva bhavayantu vaha Te deva bhavayantu vaha Parasparam bhavayantaha Parasparam bhavayantaha Shreyah paramavapsyatha Shreyah paramavapsyatha. We are going to recite the next one too, the next verse. Ishtan bhogan hi vo deva Ishtan bhogan hi vo deva Dasyante yajna bhavitah Dasyante yajna bhavitah Tairdattan apradayebhyah Tairdattan apradayebhyah Yo bhunte stena yeva saha यो भुङ्क्ते स्तेन एव सः. So we'll first learn the meaning and then understand the concept of yajna. We have been understanding the concept of yajna throughout 2-3 weeks from now. But there is another concept of devas here. And what is it we are going to learn? So the first shloka says, express the gratitude towards the divinity. If you do not, then you will be called as a thief. So why gratefulness? Why gratitude? So it's been a modern trend in the social media upcoming that practice gratefulness, practice gratitude, practice manifestation, try to write 1,000 times of what you need from life, all those things. I was just thinking, practicing gratefulness was the first idea of Lord Krishna. I mean, some 10,000 years ago, some 8 to 10,000 years ago, 5 to 6,000 years ago, I don't know. However, the time grade is. Krishna had talked about practicing gratitude. Now, to whom do we have to practice gratitude? He clearly talks about the correlation between devas and manushyas. Parasparam bhavayantaha. They behold each other, he says. Which means humans and divine has a lot of connection between each other. So my guru used to tell, if the humans follow the right path of dharma, the righteousness, the divine also follows the cosmic order called rhythm. Like we say, there are good people in the town, hence there is good rain. Is it not? That's why that's how we say. And what is the correlation? The goodness itself is the correlation. What is practicing goodness? Practicing goodness or righteousness, according to Taittiriya Aranyaka, is of 5 in number. Okay? Deva Yajna, Manushya Yajna, Pitru Yajna, Bhuta Yajna, Brahma Yajna. So Yajna, or the practice of goodness without having any self-intrinsic benefits beholden to it, without having that. If you do the work, then it is called yajna, and yajna can be 5 in number. Deva yajna, whatever that you get in the life, like water supply in the house, food in your refrigerator, good health. Last year I was so down with the viral fever. I couldn't get up, but now I'm able to climb the mountains. Good health and prosperity. These do not come with human efforts. Understand. This will not come with human efforts. People say, okay, she is fit because she does yoga, she does gymming. Krishna says no. 3-4 things are offered by the divine. Yeah. There are n number of people, but there is no ignition in their mind to go to a yoga studio, learn the therapeutic techniques, go to gym, hit the gym room with the exercises. No. The intention is also created by the divine. So he says, prosperity, good health, all the basic needs that you have, like rains. Rains is the nourisher, is it not? It not only gives food, it also gives water. So everything is because of the divine's work. Now, the deities, according to Hindu tradition, are several in number. Like we say, Agni, the god of fire, Varuna, the god of ocean. Hmm? It's it's simply like that, in Greek mythology. Hmm? As Poseidon, there is Zeus, something like that. Indra is the Zeus, Poseidon is Varuna. Athena, the goddess, is Saraswati. um, but on the contrary, if we have to draw parallels about Greek gods and the devatas that Vedas talk about, the Greek gods and goddesses sometimes need offering as bali, as someone being killed, massacred, and given to it. But on the contrary, Krishna here talks about offering, or the gratitude, practice of gratitude, is to be righteous. How is this? The divine deities and the humans are always connected with something called bhavana. If you look at the shlokas, the key word itself is bhavana. Devan bhavayatanena, deva bhavayantuvaha, parasparam bhavayantaha, shreyaf parama avapsyata. The bhava word is literally translated as emotions, but esoterically it is the intentions. If I want to connect to the divine, for example, Lord Agni, I will connect with Lord Agni with whole and soul righteous intentions of passionate work. If I'm passionate about teaching, the work, teaching, done with so much of passion, but with an intention not reaping more benefits, but providing more than reaping benefits. Then, I'm sorry, there was a call. Then, yajna is done. I get connected to the God, to the divine, to Agni. Similarly, I connect to the goddess, Lalita Tripura Sundari. If I connect to the goddess, how do I connect? Connect only with the ways of surrender and the righteous notion. When I connect in such a manner, I imbibe the deity in me. If you see, Lucha, the Vedic rituals, there are sacred fire, there are specific oblations, there are mantras, there are meditative techniques. How to meditate upon that particular lord or loddess while doing the practice of fire sacrifice, the yajna. So these are all put together called as yajna. But not everybody is authorized to do such worship, is it not? Not everybody is pure, not everybody has 7-8 hours, or not everybody is that attuned towards the practice. So Krishna here not only talks about way of doing the Vedic rituals of connecting with the divine, but he also says, if you are unable to do it, just with your intentions, just with gratitude, How do I do? I get monthly salary of 10,000 rupees, no, 10,000 euros. In that 10,000 euros or 10,000 rupees or 10,000 RON, I would provide 10% of the income to righteous activities. Not only as charity or donation, but also I will use that 1,000 RON for those who cannot read or write, those who cannot buy their food. This particular action is the right way of incorporating yajna in life. Now, while we do that, we connect to the divine forces. Once, Ramana Bhagavan was asked by a devotee, is there a Devata? Is there a Devata Loka? Which means, is there a deity form at all? There are 33 crores of deities in Hindu mythological tradition. 33 millions, you mean? Are they there? He asks. Ramana Bhagavan says, they are very much there. Just as you exist in your body, just as you see the world which you are in, the world of deities are also there. And they are very much there just like you are present. He also says that it is a self-superimposition. We see ourselves as Lalita, the form, the teacher, the yoga professional. Lucha is the, what can I call us, clinician, something like that. These are all imposition to the self. That's Bhagavan's verdict. Similarly, there is a relative world, definitely. Like our world, there is a relative world of higher human beings and lower human beings also. How do they influence us? With our inner vibration, bhavana, which I was explaining. If I am worried about future, what do I crowd in my mind with? All negative forces, is it not? And this is called lower forces. This is called negative energies. But what do we think? Somebody else has negative energy outside, and he will create an evil eye on me, and I will cry. I worry for no reason, But that's a complete nonsense. Scriptures indicate that very, very well. We get connected to the lower forces only with our inner vibration, only with our intentions. Similarly, we can also get connected with higher forces. Like, I see my teacher as my inspiration. When I look at her, there is huge amount of respect, regard, and I feel I have to be a spark like her. So when I get that inspiration with the righteous notion, just like my teacher who has nothing in her hand, she always provides, does not keep wisdom to herself. Oh my God, if the student is more capable than me, what will I do? No, nothing. So if she has that ability and I'm inspired by her character, I, with that righteous notion, bhavana, get connected to Goddess Saraswati, the Goddess of inspiration, the Goddess of creativity. I become more creative. I become more capable. But was I intending to be more creative and more capable than my teacher? Then I'm a thief. That is what he said. And I'm a thief. Listen carefully to these three statements, clear statements that Krishna gives. He who provides more than taking is a noble person. He does yajna. He's a saint. He who provides but takes more. Yeah, like us. We provide, but we take more. That person is always indebted. How does a person in debt feel? Caged, not free. This is the reason the whole society is feeling that I don't belong here. Whenever psychiatrically or yogically we counsel the participants, half of the population sticks to the version that I don't belong here. I have to be somewhere else. Somewhere else makes me happy. This is not because of the place that we live. This is not because of the family that we chose. We chose our family, is it not? Yeah. This is not because of it. This is because of the idea that I should take more than I give. That intention furthermore develops into action unconsciously. We wouldn't have even thought about it. But when certain circumstances arise, then we start to think, oh my God, I've done so much for him, so much for the woman, And what is our intention? Intention is that person, that woman has to give more to me, has to respect me, has to regard me, This makes us feel indebted. This is the second kind of person. And there is a third kind of person who Krishna calls as thief, is who does not give, takes everything. Now, while knowing these three kinds of people, I would request the audience, whomever who is listening to the video, audio or not, do not compare the people and try to fit people in these three categories. Instead, try analyzing in which category do you fall. Because if we try to fit someone else in these three categories, what will happen? You'll always be worried. You'll always think that he's not doing right, this is wrong. You'll be caught in that web. Instead, I'm in the second category. Suppose I'm in the second category. I have to move to category A. I have to provide more than receiving. So this does not mean that I have to provide 20,000 if I earn 10,000 rands. No. But heart by heart. You can do, it's not only monetary. You understand? The right intentions cannot only be monetary. While you do your job, don't do your job just for the job's sake. Put others more into the priority than you yourself. Like in case of a doctor, like in case of a postman, like in case of a, nurses. Not doing just the job, but serving humanity to be the noblest of the noblest bhavana. And thereby he or she gets connected to the divine. And the divine, it's a sure shot guarantee that Krishna gives. Divine get pleased by your intentions and blesses with good health, blesses with harmony, blesses with prosperity, blesses with all the needs that he or she wants. For example, if a person does not want to do anything for the society, but has become an IT professional, okay, has to sit before the work laptop for about 16 hours, not much of sleep, get up, drags himself, do his basic work, eating, taking bath and stuff, and then gets back to the work. And he leads a life of dry, non-poetic manner, is it not? But there is a solace that Krishna gives. In this draggy, dry profession of being an IT professional or a computer artist, you can find one particular notion that with this Python software that I make, this can be utilized for the hospital management to take care of the people, their IDs. And there might be a less chances of human error, and thereby there would be speedy treatments happening to the patients enrolled to the beds. With this particular software that I make, all these things can happen. That should be the right and proper intention. Otherwise, getting the money, making the bank account fatty, having the people around, but still living like an alien from the people. That's how they live. They are so alienated from the family life. Will definitely drag them to depression. For every single work in the last episode, we came to an understanding that even a small bird under her feet, the little grasses of Ayurveda, which is stuck, can migrate from one place to another, bring medicines to thousands and thousands of lives. Even that small bird unknowingly can do yajna. This IT professional who thinks his life is a great boredom can also do yajna. The fortunate thing with human beings is we can relate with the divine deities with this bhavana, with this optimistic, noble intention of providing to the society more. Fortunately and unfortunately, the bird perhaps doesn't know, or perhaps does not migrate from one place to another for this particular thing, for the seeds to grow. We have the great opportunity. Why not utilize them? Taittiriya Aranyaka says we have 5 yajnas to be done. What are they? I've mentioned that. Now I'm going to explain. Deva Yajna. You have to practice gratefulness to the deities by doing the righteous deeds. Righteous deeds is what they do. When you try to become the channel of what they want you to do, they are interlinked, they are quickly connected to you. That is their job. Compassion is their job. But when you become compassionate to the beggar, you attract higher forces in you, thereby higher benediction, higher benefits. Deva Yajna. Manushya Yajna. Manushya Yajna is giving food to the hungry, whomever it is. Giving food to the hungry. Not asking why, where. I remember great stories of ancient Tamil history from the state where I belong, which in this country, used to have houses which we call as tinnai, which is largely platforms on the either sides of the entrance of the house. So you have the entrance and there is a door. But before you enter the door, you will find huge platforms on the right and left side. And they will also be covered with the roof. I asked my father, why is that all the Tamil houses are built like this? The old ancient Tamil houses, even there are stories about it. Why is that? My father used to say, these are all for the travelers who come down, does not have, if it is raining, if it is scorching heat, does not have money to pay for the rents of the hotels. They come and lie down there on those platforms, which is always cool. The stony platforms, they're always cool. And then the housewives inside, knowing that there is a stranger outside, gets the food and water. They definitely stay outside the house because the woman is alone. But the housewives make it a point that they bring food and water to the travelers, not knowing their name, origin, not knowing their language. And these strangers take the food, take the roof for the night or for the day, relax there for a while, and then lie down, lumbar rest. And then they leave. This is Manushya Yajna. This is Manushya Yajna. Even now in northern parts of India, Lucha, I've seen houses. There's one in mine also. A small nest-like thing that we dye. If the bird does not find the nest, could not bring the sticks, or for some reason the nest is broken, there's huge rain, inside the nest, we try to put some grains that they can eat. And there will always be a small earthen pot, flat, filled with water. Outside the houses, the dogs can drink, the cows can drink, birds can drink. Every house makes the chapati, the Indian bread. The first chapati is for the cow. The last chapati is for the dog. The cow that they don't own, the dog that they don't own. We're not those who have pets in our houses. Why so? We are huge families. Huge. 3 kids. All the 3 kids live in the same house. They grow. They become the fathers and uncles of the second generation. The uncle's son's daughters lives with the first brother's sons and daughters. Daughters get married, sons, daughter-in-law stay. We don't have time to make breads for 16 breads for for the dogs. But there are street dogs coming. We have Gaumata cows on the streets. They should be fed. This is called Bhuta Yajna, feeding the other beings. You see, feeding is a very important righteous activity. providing. There, more providing happens. While you sit and make some rice for your kid, when he eats, how do you feel looking at him? Ah, that contentment cannot happen in any other process of giving. If the money is given, Richa, the one who provides will feel I am the giver. There's no contentment there. The one who has will feel belittled or sometimes can feel, oh, she is only giving 1,000 rands. She would have given me 2,000 rands. But while you provide food, when you give the food, there is contentment. When the person eats, it was too good food. My stomach is filled. I'm so happy. There's content. Feeding, hence, is the most righteous yajna activity. Hence, you see, Manushya Yajna, Bhuta Yajna is feeding beings, human beings with water and food. Next comes Brahma Yajna. Brahma Yajna is nothing but Swadhyaya, Satsanga. It is for those Vedic seers and Vedic practitioners. They chant Rigvedic mantra, Samavedic mantra, Yajurvedic mantra. And their chanting and learning becomes Swadhyaya. But for us, this is Brahma Yajna that we are doing, is it not? Learning Bhagavad Gita truly as it is, however it is. So, all these 5 yajnas should be part and parcel of your life. That's what Krishna says. The Krishna had mentioned only Devan Bhavayatanena. He has only used the word Deva. Is he only talking about Daiva Yajna? No. In that Daiva Yajna term, he has included all the other 4 too. He is also talking about Daiva Yajna, practicing gratefulness to the Devas, to the divine. Something as a return we have to give back. He is also talking about Manushya Yajna to the human beings, Bhuta Yajna to the other animals, Pitru Yajna to those, I forgot to explain Pitru Yajna, to those who left this mortal world. Your ancestors, your grandparents, your father, mother, on their day, feeding, food and water again. See, feeding again. How can they eat? It is so unnecessary. It is not scientific at all. You know why we got this dryness in our life? Because we have lost all the poetic way of living. We know that person has left the mortal body and he will not come there to eat your food or drink the wine or drink the food, drink the water. No. But that action has involved an inner vibration that, come what may, they are my parents. They gave birth to this body. They are my grandparents. Some kind of genes in me. I can sing today. It is that singing gene that is being vested from my grandmother, perhaps. She could have been a great singer and hence I could sing. My mother cannot sing, So there is something that we owe to our ancestors, is it not? If I can draw well, and I'm not put into a drawing lesson, perhaps it is because of my grandfather's genes. If I am in the position, unlike others, that I can sit and listen to people's words quietly. Perhaps I got this quietude from my father, the patience from my mother, unlike others. I owe many attributes from my ancestors who had left their mortal bodies, but do we should not be thieves, is it not? Not practicing gratefulness. Practice gratefulness to ends and all possible ways to all people. Don't grade them with your dry logical mind. It is so unfortunate that the science had so much worshipped atoms, molecules, chemicals. We know the virus, COVID virus, you know. Sometimes in the yogic lessons also, I feel the importance given to the chakras is not given to your mental peace. When I say we should work on the heart center, people come. Loads of people come. Okay, with this heart chakra management, I can manage my emotions. I can reduce the anxiety. I can work on my heart health. It will happen, is it not? You are a yoga instructor, Lucia, you yourself. You know it will happen. But the moment I enroll myself in a session, that I have to relax my anxiety and not knowing the deity who is responsible for that chakra, not knowing the mode of worship, how will I manage my anxiety and emotions? This does not mean that I am transforming you into a Hindu, making you chant the Hindu mantras. No, this is not conversion. Now you perfectly understand that the deities are nothing but symbols of your inner vibration, inner emotions. When I say the Sadashiva in your heart, who is the embodiment of compassion, unconditional, selfless love. How do you worship this deity? Only through that mode, is it not? You practice compassion, you practice unconditional love. Thereby you worship the deity of the heart center. And thereby you get all the benefits of managing that Anahata Chakra. Should that be the right mode? Or just opening arms, horizontal abduction of shoulders, or doing a back bend posture should be the right approach? You can do n number of back bending postures. All those do back bendings. Can we claim them to have a better heart health, or cardiovascular fitness? No. Which means we are so trained by the minds that we have to receive benefits, physical benefits, mental benefits. Rather, Krishna here talks about something else. You will receive benefits. Devas will offer you all the benefits. But what about your benediction towards them? How will you show your reverence? How will you show your gratefulness? Not by giving money. not by gold like Greek mythological gods. If you provide gold to the god, they will open the doors of moksha, it seems. It's not that he's saying. He says, you do their job. What is their job? Compassion is their job. Helping the needy is their job. Doing good thing, bringing rain to the community, doing something for the health. These are their jobs. You do their job. They will provide what you need. It's a simple equation, and exactly Krishna uses the word equation here. Parasparam bhavayantaha. We have an equanimous equation between human beings and deities. When you try to alter the equation, you are at fault. You will always feel caged, always want of money because there is no sense of security, always want of help because there is always fear of death. When the equation goes wrong, there is no rain, there is earthquakes, there is excessive high temperatures. The glaciers are the freeze glaciers are running cold waters and making it cold sometimes, colder and colder sometimes, which is not completely seasonal. Why is the equation going wrong? The equation is wrong because we have missed the 5 elements of yajna. Because we have the strongest correlation. Parasparam bhavayantaha. The divine works with our inner vibration. We work with their inner vibration. His inspiration is Saraswati not in us. His passionate action, Agni, not in us. His courage, determination, Indra, not in us. His love, beauty, not in us. What are these? These are conglomeration of all positive forces, which we call as devas. But what have we done? No, there is no God. There is no God like this. 33 crores of devas. How stupid of it. No. We will worship nature. Not knowing nature is also potential form of divine. You see mountains, Parvataraja, Himalaya. You see rains, Indra, Zeus. You see the ocean, Varuna, Poseidon. Every nature element is also conglomeration of divine forces. You worship nature, you claim to worship nature, but all the more you are sophisticated with furnitures. How preposterous you can be. You says you are a lover of nature, but you have wooden floor. This cannot be worshipping nature. This has become your basic need. We have cleverly posed ourselves as noble, being the thief. Post ourselves in the category A, but in the category C. Krishna says, do whatever you want, but at least be grateful. Okay, you cut the tree, you put the wood, okay? You put the wood on your floor, okay? You use your table, you use it, everything is fine. But are you providing something back? Are you catering to your plans? Are you working for the garden outside? Are you at least folding your hands with gratefulness before the plate of food? At least these noble intentions. Krishna is not talking about doing Vedic rituals, doing the mantra chanting rightly, sitting before the sacrificial ash for sacrificial fire for 7-8 hours, doing the Vedic methodology of devotion, dedication, meditation. Nobody is authorized now. Nobody has the patience, nobody has the attunement, nobody has the, what do you call, the power to do all these things. At least have that vibration of yajna in you. If you cannot do the right yajna, at least that vibration, at least that noble intention of providing more than what you receive. Yo bhunte stena eva saha. If you are not giving, you are the stena, you are the thief, he says. We don't want to be thieves. Whatever we do, we will provide more than we receive. All by heart. Hmm? See, when you listen to someone or when you look at someone working, why do you like that person? Oh, he works all, putting all his heart into his work. Oh, while she speaks, she puts everything into her speech. While she is with me, she is completely with me. I like this person. I like that male. I love this female. Why? So when they are completely there, 100% there, which means they are prioritizing you against them. And when you get that importance, you feel good. So you love that person back. But what about us? While we work, while we speak, we have to put 10% heart into the work. Thinking not of us, but for others. As simple as that. I'll stop here. It's been an hour. If there is any question, then I will take. Thank you.